Testing, testing. One, two, three. Hi there, and welcome to Vinyasa Express. Streaming today from the studio in Brookline. So, for today's practice, we need a blanket and a couple of blocks, and we will start today in Hero's Pose. So, you can sit on your shins and maybe tuck one or both blocks under your seat right between your ankles. And if Hero's Pose doesn't feel comfortable for any reason, just find another seat, whether it's on the chair or a cross legged seat instead. And take a few moments just to rock the pelvis forward and back so you feel a little bit of movement in the spine, especially your low back. And once you explore the two edges, kind of the pelvis too far forward, the pelvis too far back, see if you can find a place where it feels just right, just in the middle. Gently hug belly, ribs in, and grow a little bit taller past the crown of the head. So you feel the top of the head reaching skywards, and relax your shoulders. Take your right hand to your ribs and keep the ribs in. So this will be a reminder to keep the ribs in, and then relax your left arm down by your side. Have the palm face forward and start to move the arm across your body. Reach it all the way up alongside your ear. Keep hugging belly, ribs in. Keep your chest squaring forward. Rotate the palm around and start to circle it back in space behind you. Keep rotating that arm so that your palm is now facing the ceiling. Hug belly and ribs in. Pause here for a moment. And then try not to touch your back as you bend your elbow and keep your hand away from the spine. Slowly re-straighten your elbow, circle the arm back up and overhead, and then across your body and down by your side. Let's do that one more time. Keep the belly and ribs in. Inhale to circle the arm up. Rotate the arm around as you circle it back. Go as high back as you can. Palm faces the ceiling. Bend your elbow without touching your back. Fingers reaching up towards the shoulders. And then go ahead, re-straighten the elbow. Circle the arm around. Rotate the arm as you circle it up across your body and down. Let's switch sides. Left hand to the ribs. Keep the ribs squaring. Hug ribs and belly in. Have your right arm relax, palm face forward. Lift the arm and take it across as you reach it up alongside your ear. Palm faces in. Rotate the arm around and start to circle it back in space. Keep circling it back until you go as far back as you can, but the ribs are squaring forward. Ribs are hugging in, shoulders away from the ear. Press the palm towards the ceiling. Without touching your back, bend your elbow, reaching the fingers towards the shoulders. And then go ahead, re-straighten your elbow. Circle the arm around back towards the ceiling, across your body, and down by the side. Let's do that one more time. Across, up alongside the ear. Rotate the arm as you circle it back. Press the palm, high five behind you. Keep the hand away from the back as you bend your elbow. And then re-straighten the elbow, circle the arm back around, palm faces in, across your body, and back down. Really nice. Circle the shoulders up and back, opening the collarbones as you swing the shoulders back. One more time. And then reverse direction. Go back, up and forward, opening the back side of the ribs. Good. And then relax and let's come onto hands and knees into tabletop. Keep your knees padded with the blanket if you like that, and set the two blocks up at the front of the mat. Come into a table and turn the fingertips out away from each other, heels of the hands face in, and just rock a little side to side so you bring some stretching into that wrist joint. Keep the belly toned. Good, and then release the fingertips to face forward. We'll do a couple wrist presses. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale, lift the heel of the hand. Exhale to lower, and we'll do a few of these. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Keep going. And take 5 more, building some wrist strength. Good, and then keep your hands nice and wide, wider than the shoulders. Tuck the toes under and push the floor away. Hover your knees. Round your back, round the shoulders, and slowly push all the way back into a downward facing dog. Take a few moments in your down dog. Stretch the palms forward. Stretch the hips back. You can pedal your knees. And then take a slow walk all the way to your hands and fold at the front of your mat. Bend the knees as much as you need to so you can soften over your legs, and tent the fingertips wide off the mat. Elbows can be soft. If the floor is out of reach, use blocks for your hands. And then bend your right knee, straighten the left leg, and then switch sides. Bend your left knee, straighten the right leg. And do that one more time. Bend the right knee, straighten the left. Bend your left knee and straighten the right. Come back to center, soften both knees. Push through the heels, tailbone as long as you roll all the way up to stand. Circle the arms up. Intertwine just your thumbs, pull the thumbs apart, and circle your side, bend your body to the left. Bend your knees, roll the chest towards the floor, and take a circle all the way around and back up. And then let's switch the grip of the thumbs. Pull the thumbs apart, side bend to your right. Bend your knees, roll the ribs a little bit down towards the floor, and circle your way around. Inhale back up. Exhale, cactus, open the elbows and interlace the hands at your low back. Reach the knuckles down as you squeeze the shoulder blades. Elbows, of course, can be soft. Big breath into the collarbones, maybe even look up with your head. As you exhale, knees soft, bow and fold over your legs. Relax here, relax your head and your neck. Move the shoulders away from the ears and up towards the ceiling. And then come on halfway up, bend both knees. Pick up your left heel and take a step to the left, to the back of your mat, I mean. Tap the left knee down, come on up into the low lunge. Press into the right heel, lift the chest. As you exhale, lower the hands. Frame your right foot with your 2 blocks. Inhale, bend into the right knee, sink your hips forward. As you exhale, pull the hips back, curl the toes up. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bend into the right knee, straighten the back leg, press through the heel, and then walk your hands or hands on blocks to the left and come into a wide-legged fold. Keep the hips stacked right over the heels, but stretch the fingertips forward. Maybe the fingers are on blocks. Make a long spine from the tail to the crown. Lengthen the sides of your waist, lengthen the ribs. Press out through your feet. Inhale, walk the hands right underneath the shoulders and spin the heels a little out. Side lunge into the right knee. Inhale, bring the hips to center. As you exhale, side lunge into your left knee. Inhale to center one more time, to the right. Inhale, center, one more time to the left. Inhale, come back to center, parallel your feet. And then walk your hands and your blocks all the way to your left toes, facing the back of your mat, and step to a downward facing dog pose. Glide forward to plank. Tap the knees down, knee version of plank. Belly in, ribs in, go forward as you lower all the way down. Keep the belly, ribs in, push back up, child's pose. Inhale, tuck your toes as you come into tabletop. Round your back like cat pose. Hover the knees and push back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Bring the right knee into your chest. As you inhale, three-legged dog, go nice and slow. Lift the knee up and step forward to the right hand. Press into your left palm. Left hand can be on blocks or fingertips, and take the twist. Reach the right arm to the sky. Make sure your left shoulder is relaxed. Bend your right elbow and catch the back of your head. As you inhale, lean back. As you exhale, bow elbow to wrist. Inhale to lift the elbow. Exhale, bow elbow to wrist. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Release the fingertips down. Step forward. Forward fold at the front of your mat. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees, tailbone heavy as you curl your way up to stand. Inhale, reach the arms up. Intertwine the thumbs and side lunge. Sorry, I keep saying lunge. I just mean side bend to the right. Bend your knees, turn the ribs to the floor, circle your way around. Inhale up, switch the thumbs. Bend to your left. Bend your knees, circle your way around. Inhale up. Exhale, cactus. Interlace your hands at the low back. Take the awkward thumb on top. Hug the shoulder blades, open the collarbones, maybe even look up. Exhale, knees soft, bow and fold over your legs. Reach the arms to the sky. One more breath. Shoulders together, away from your ears. Bend both knees deeply, lift the chest halfway. Pick up your right heel as you step your right foot to the back into the low lunge. Tap the knee down, lift the chest, hug the shoulder blades. Press into your left heel as you look upwards. Exhale, release the hands to your two blocks. Frame your left foot. Sink deeply into your left knee, look forward. Exhale, straighten the left leg, curl your toes up. Two more times. Inhale, lunge. Open the front of that right hip. Exhale, straighten your left leg, toes up. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, bend into your left knee. Straighten the back leg for a moment. Push through that back heel, back knee nice and tight. And then walk your hands and the blocks to the right. Come back into that wide-legged fold. Stretch your hands forward. Keep the hips in line with the heels. Breathe into the back of your legs. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through the mouth. Really expand your ribs and your waist here. As you inhale, walk the blocks underneath the shoulders, hands under the shoulders, halfway lift. Toes and heels out as you side lunge to the right. Inhale, center, side lunge left. Inhale, center. Walk your hands and the blocks to the front of the mat and step on back, downward facing dog. Glide forward plank. Tap the knees down, knee plank. Belly ribs in, go forward as you lower. Good, hug belly ribs in, push back up, and back into your downward facing dog. Take your time. If you ever need to rest in child's pose, please rest. Glide forward to plank. Left knee to your chest as you exhale. Inhale, nice and slow, three-legged dog. Lift through that left knee, and then step forward to your left hand. Can be on right fingertips or right hand on the block. Add the twist, reach the left arm to the sky. Relax that right shoulder and catch the back of your head. Inhale to lean back. As you exhale, bow elbow towards your bottom wrist. Inhale, look up. Exhale to bow. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, go up, stretch your arm. Relax the hand down, step to the front. Halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. Knees soft as you roll up, tailbone heavy, reach the arms out. Intertwine the thumbs, side bend left, circle it around. Inhale up, switch the thumb clasp, side bend right, bend the knees, circle it around. Inhale up, cactus your elbows, right thumb on top, hands clasp at the back. Open the chest. Knees soft, bow and fold. Halfway lift, bend into your knees, and then open your chest to the left, straighten your left leg. Inhale, bend both knees, halfway lift. Turn the chest to the right as you straighten the right leg. Bend both knees, halfway lift. Pick up your left heel, step into low lunge. Tap the knee down, lift the chest, lift your gaze. Exhale, hands to your two blocks. Lean deeply into the right knee. As you exhale, straighten the right leg. And keep the right leg straight as you walk the hands further to the right, bowing over that right knee. Lean the hips a little bit more to the left to open the outer hips. Walk the hands back to the front, bend into the right knee, straighten your left leg, and then walk hands and blocks to the left. Come back into our wide-legged fold. This time, walk your fingertips towards your left toes, hold onto your left foot or ankle, but side lunge into the right knee, opening the side of the body as you stretch. One more breath. Good. Come out of that pose, come back to the center, walk your hands and the blocks to your left toes, step on back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees down, belly in, ribs forward, lower to the ground. Shoulders back, point your toes, cobra pose. Hover the hands, building some upper back strength. Sweep the hands back in space. Hover them forward. Use the hands, come a little higher. And then press right back, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, right knee to chest. Three-legged dog, slow transition. Step forward to your right hand. Twist, reach the right arm up and catch the back of your head. Lean back. Bow, elbow to knee, elbow to wrist. Inhale, reach up, extend your arm. And hands down, step forward, forward fold at the back of your mat. Halfway lift to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees as you roll up, tailbone heavy. Reach the arms out, left thumb in front. Go to the left. Circle around. Inhale up, switch the thumbs. Go to the right. Bend the knees, circle around. Inhale up. Cactus open. Interlace left thumb on top. Reach the knuckles down. Open the chest, open the gaze. Exhale, knees soft, bow and fold. Bend your knees, halfway lift. And straighten the right leg, turn the chest to the right. Inhale, bend the knees, halfway lift. And straighten the left leg, turn the chest to the left. Inhale, bend the knees, halfway lift, pick up the right heel, step it back. Low lunge, go up. Exhale, hands to your 2 blocks. Sink deeper into your left knee. As you exhale, straighten the left leg, curl the toes up. And keep your left leg straight, but walk your hands or hands on blocks to the left and fold to the left over your left leg. Lean the hips a little bit to the right, getting into the outer hips. One more breath. Good. Walk your hands and blocks forward, lunge into the left knee, straighten the back leg, make it super straight, and then walk your hands over to the right. Halfway lift, flat back with your wide legs. Exhale to fold. Walk your hands now to your right toes. Hold on to the right ankle, shin, or foot as you side lunge into your left knee. Keep bending into the left knee. Keep reaching the body to the right to get this nice side body stretch. One more breath. Good. Come back to center. Walk yourself to the front. Step back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees down. Belly, ribs in. Go forward as you lower. Point your toes. Shoulders back. Cobra. Hover the hands. Sweep the hands back. Hover the hands forward. Use the hands to go a little higher, maybe up dog, and then push back. Child's pose to downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, left knee to chest. 3-legged dog. Reach through your left knee. Step forward to the left hand. Take the twist. Left arm is high. Catch the back of your head. Lean the elbow back. Exhale, elbow to wrist. Inhale, go up. Exhale the hand down. Step to the front. Bow and fold. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees as you roll up to stand. Reach the arms up. Exhale, hands together. And down by your side. Good. Excellent work. I need to quickly peek at the clock. Okay, we are doing great. So hopefully feeling nice and warm. I certainly am. So let's wrap up with a couple hip openers. They're very much deserved. Inhale, reach up. Then step your feet wider than the hips. Turn the toes out, heels in, and come on down to a squat. And make sure the heels can stay on the floor and the hips come down as low as possible while maintaining the heels on the ground. So if the hips are higher than mine, that's okay. And then for a moment, squeeze your elbows with your inner knees. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then relax. And then let's do the opposite. Push the knees away from the elbows. Feel your outer hips light up. Pull, pull, pull. And then relax. One more breath. Make the spine even longer. Exhale, straighten your legs. Fold back down. Pedal your feet halfway lift. Step your left foot to the back. Come into a deep runner's lunge. And tap the back knee now down and walk your right foot across. Tap your right shin down, setting up for the half pigeon pose. This is a great place to use the blanket. You can fold it a time or two and tuck it underneath the pelvis. Lengthen your left leg back in space. And for a few moments, let's be upright on our hands, or you can have hands on the blocks. Push into the hands and get your hips to square. Make the back leg even longer back in space. Lift the belly, lift the chest, go up. So this should feel like a back bend. Maybe even look up with your gaze for a moment. And as you exhale, softly bow pigeon pose. You can make a pillow with your hands for the forehead or rest a block underneath the forehead. You can also rest a block under the rib cage. It's a nice variation. And allow the upper body to soften. Big breath in. Sigh it out through your mouth. A couple more breaths. Breathe into your low back. Breathe into your outer hips. Breathe into the front of your left hip. One more breath. And then go ahead, come on up onto your hands. And let's sit on the right hip and we'll balance in a Baddha Konasana, so a central pose or symmetrical pose. You could sit on the edge of your blanket, bring the soles of the feet together, knees reach out away from each other, and tilt your pelvis any amount that you can forward. Soften your arms and elbows, head and shoulders as you relax the forehead towards the floor. Gently reach out through the knees. Give your feet a little love here. One more breath. And then roll up and let's take the blocks to the left side of the mat and we'll set up for the left side of the half pigeon. So you're going to stretch the right leg back in space, swivel the hips to face the rear of your mat, and again you can tuck the folded blanket underneath the hips. Tuck the right toe so you can lengthen the right leg further and further back in space. And your left knee should be lining up just outside the side of your rib cage. Hands on blocks for the first two breaths, taking the back bend variation. Push down with your hands, square your pelvis forward. Lift the belly, lift the ribs, maybe even lift your gaze. And then begin to soften forward over your left shin. Again, maybe tuck a block underneath the rib cage, block or a pillow. Make a little shelf with your hands for the forehead. And allow your body, upper body to soften as you open the outer hip, the low back, front of the back hip. Slow breath in. Full breath out. Few more breaths. Keep allowing the body to relax. And you're using your breath to signal to the muscles to let go. So the more you can deepen the breath, making the exhale just a little bit longer, that signals to the nervous system that you are okay and you can rest. And then the nervous system will signal to the muscles that the muscles don't need to contract. They can instead relax. 2 more breaths. Last breath. Then again, slowly come on up onto your hands. You can sit on your left hip and let's come back again to a central symmetrical pose. Turn your blanket around if you're using it and sit just on the edge of the blanket. Good. Stretch the knees and your legs out in front of you. Now soften the knees so you can tuck the blocks as a little aid. And then give yourself a little lift. So lift the ribs up as you start to bow. And ideally, ribs and thighs rest against one another. You can wrap your arms around your shins and bow your head in towards the center between your legs. Letting yourself settle downwards towards the floor, towards the earth, folding inwards. This is one of the most grounding shapes to end our practice with. This is restful and soothing. Use this shape to release the whole back, low back, hips, middle, and upper back. Let the shoulders splay wide to the sides. Relax the back of your neck. Big breath in. Sigh it out. Ha. Good. Use your hands to press up. And go ahead and move the blocks to the side, and we will come down onto the back. So sit facing the front of the mat, bend the knees, round your back, and then as slow as you can, keep hollowing the belly, keep hollowing the ribs, and then lower, 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 slowly down. Once you get all the way back, take a full body stretch, reach the arms back, legs forward. Good. Walk your feet in. Feet are hips distance wide. Stack your ankles right below your knees. And let's take one rolling bridge. So curl the tailbone up. Start to lift the pelvis up, low back, middle back, going up towards the shoulders. Press into your feet as you lift the hips a little bit higher, opening the front of your body. Relax the back of your neck. And then slowly lower your upper back, your mid back, your low back, top of the pelvis, and your tailbone down. Lower the arms down. Let the arms rest on your belly. And for our Shavasana pose, let's take the feet as wide as the mat. Knock the knees in at the center. Take a big breath into your belly. Let it out through your mouth. Ha. Feel the whole back soften down into the floor. Stay here for about 3 to 4 minutes, or you can count if you like 20 breaths. This is where I will say my farewell. See you next week. Namaste. Be well.